Hi, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Early Bird. We'll get started right away, guys. We had 4 games yesterday, and I guess you could say a night of upsets, right? It is the first round, and this is the round where it just seems like if you're a betting man, wait to the second round. All right, guys, we will start with the Rangers and Devils. Here we go. Okay, shots on goal, 28-23 Devils. Face-offs edge 52% to 48% for the Devils there. And this might have been the momentum of the game right here, folks. 2 for 3 in the power play for the Rangers, 0 for 4 for the Devils. Hits, 32 for the Rangers, 30 for the Devils. Kind of low for a playoff game, really. Blocks, 23 hits for the Rangers, 12 for the Devils. And the Rangers only had 3 giveaways in the game. The Devils had 13. Shots on goal. First period, 10-7 Rangers. Second period, 8 apiece. And third period, 13-5 Devils for that 28-23 total. Scoring. Tarasenko from Miller and Panarin at 4:58 open up the game. And the playoffs for the Rangers, 1-0. Kreider from Fox and Panarin at 9:30. All of a sudden, the Devils are in a hole after a period, 2-0. Second period, Ryan Lindgren at late in the period, 16:57 from Fox and Chytil, 3-0 commanding lead going into the third. Kreider in the third basically seals it at 11:07 from Fox and Kane. At, again, 11:07. So pretty much game was done right there, as we know, and a power play. So just not the Devils' night, folks. Jack Hughes unassisted. As many times you'll see in the playoffs, you'll see unassisted goals, and that'll be about the only momentum a team gets. Makes it 4-1. And then Chytil again from Kakko and Fox, 5-1 Rangers. Rangers run away with game 1, and the young Devils are going to have to figure it out. This surprised me. I will admit, this game surprised me. Am I that shocked about it? Not really, but, you know, I kind of expect the Devils to pull out this series. So we'll see. You know, if the Rangers get next game, my guess is it'll be a lot quicker than we expected where the Devils season is done, because I know the Devils are good on the road, but this is the playoffs. This is the Rangers. 3 of the next 4 are in Madison Square Garden, and if they go down 2-0, I don't think they'll come back. You know, stranger things have happened. We'll see if the Devils can get back in the series next game. So right now, all the momentum is on the Rangers side. Road team wins. All right, second game. The Lightning outshoot the Maple Leafs 34-31. I know this is the one most of you are going to probably be interested in checking in this video. Maple Leafs on the faceoffs 56% to 44. Look at the power play. The Lightning had 4 power play goals, 4 for 8. Maple Leafs 2 for 4. Hits 39 for the Lightning, 42 for the Maple Leafs. Blocks, 20 for the Lightning. Maple Leafs had 17. The Lightning had 9 giveaways. The Maple Leafs had 11. Shots on goal. First period, 15-10 Tampa Bay. Second period, 14-10 Tampa Bay. And third period, really Toronto went down with a whimper, though, folks. 11-5 Toronto in that third, 34-31 for the game. Scoring, get prepared, guys. Have some popcorn ready here. First period, Bellemare from Perry at 1:18 right away. Tampa Bay make a statement. Here we are again, 1-0. This is going to be a fun series, folks. Then Cirelli from Hagel at 7:18, 2-0 Tampa. And with seconds remaining in the first period, really the dagger in that first period, Kucherov from Sergachev and Killorn at 19:56, 3-0. Tampa after 1. Second period. Ryan O'Reilly on the power play from Tavares and Marner. Get Toronto going, I guess you could say, at that point, 3-1. Then Nylander from Matthews and Marner make it 3-2. All of a sudden we have a game. And then Point with the dagger on their power play. Look at all these goals, though, in a sec, folks. Make it 4-2 for Tampa. Then another late goal by Corey Perry 5-2 at 17:54. Braden Point, again, Tampa score with seconds left in the period. Make it 6-2. And if you look, every single one of those goals, folks, was all on the power play in that period. Third period, Colton really confirms it's a blowout, 7-2 Tampa at 6:59. From Perbix and Cole. And if you're a Toronto fan, you most likely have left the building already. They were emptying the building after the second period. And Yarncroc from Marner and Matthews give Toronto fans a little to cheer about, 7-3. That's how the score closes out. Toronto's in trouble, folks. They're in trouble. This is bad. I mean, if they're going to look, the penalty they took, the 5-minute penalty they took, was stupid. We know this, right? I mean, if you go into this game and you look at this game and you look at the momentum of this game, I just don't get sometimes the thinking that goes in hockey players' head this time of the year, folks. I don't get it. And what time was this at? I just wanted to see when Bunting did this. Yeah, it was at 15:40, right? Yes, things aren't going your way, but the game is still, it's not over. And Bunting takes a 5-minute major. Now it looks like Cernak and, from what I'm hearing, Hedman are out. So we're going to have to see how this plays out. If they're down 2 of their defensemen like that, I don't know what's going to happen, guys. That's going to be tough for them. Put it this way, if Toronto can't beat Tampa Bay, if Cernak and Hedman are out and Toronto still loses the series, can you imagine the field day they're going to have in Toronto? Oh my goodness, I don't even want to think about it. Okay, guys, let's get over to the West. The first game will be Winnipeg at Vegas. Here we go. And the Jets, the shots tell the tale in this game. They really do. The Jets had 31 shots. The Golden Knights had 17. They face us 46% to 54, favoring the Knights. Jets had 1 for 3 in the power play. Vegas were 0 for 3. Look at the hits in this one. 51 hits for the Jets, 65 for the Golden Knights. But I'll tell you, if I'm ever going to say there's a misleading hit statistic in this playoffs, it was in that game. The Jets were the harder hitting team, and they were winning the corners all night long. The giveaway 7 for the Jets, and the block 17-16 in favor of the Jets there, 1 block, so that was pretty even there. And the giveaway 7 for the Jets, 9 for the Golden Knights. Shots on goal. First period 14-8 Winnipeg, and that's how it looked. Second period 7-7 apiece, and then the third period, Vegas just went out with a whimper in this game, literally 10-2, and that's really how the period looked. Winnipeg just played perfect defense in that period. Scoring: first period, no goals scored. Second period, Kyle Connor I'm a big fan of Kyle Connor. Scores from Dubois and Morrissey, makes it 1-0. Then Dubois from Wheeler makes it 2-0. And after 2.5 minutes, a minute basically apart, those 2 goals, the Jets are up 2-0. Carlson from Barbashev and Marchessault make it 2-1 at the end of 2. All right, third period, here we are. Blake Wheeler scores at 3:53. And Winnipeg's up 3-1. That pretty much salted the game, I thought, right there, the way this game was going. Adam Lowry makes it 4-1, empty net goal. And Adam Lowry, again, on a nice setup on the power play, makes it 5-1. Winnipeg wins this one going away. If there's any team I was most impressed with yesterday, it was Winnipeg. Winnipeg were hitting everything. They were playing like a team that's going to go deep, I thought. Like what I've seen so far in this playoffs, if you ask me the most impressive team in one night, in one game, I'd have to go with this Jets team in this game. This Winnipeg team looked possessed yesterday. They were covering. They were winning the corners all night long, and they looked faster. The the hits, I know like Vegas had a ton of hits in this game, but they weren't creating any offense and they weren't winning the corners. They were maybe winning parts of the boards here and there. No, Winnipeg, if you were to ask me, Winnipeg's going to win again next game. That's just how it looked in this game. They did not need goaltending to win this game. They almost gave Hellebuck the night off. That's how it looked in this game, really. All right, let's go now, guys. Another road game, road team that surprised me. Here we go. The Kraken at the Avalanche. Okay, Seattle had 30 shots. Colorado had 35. Colorado had the edge in faceoffs, 56-44. A little bit more than an edge, I'd say, actually. And then you got power play, 0 for 3 for the Kraken, 0 for 2. So nothing decided on the special teams in this game. Kraken had 40 hits. The Avalanche had 29. And if the Avalanche are going to do that, the way the Kraken looked yesterday, the Avalanche will be upset in this series. They will be. The blocks, 23 for the Kraken, 19 for the Avalanche. Giveaways, 9 for the Kraken. The Avalanche had 12. Shots on goal. First period, 13-8 Seattle. Second period, 13-12 Colorado. And the third period, 14-5 Colorado. It sure didn't look it in the third. It really didn't. 35-30 for the game total there. Scoring. Tolvanen unassisted makes it 1-0 Seattle, 3:26 in. Then Rantanen from McKinnon and Byram makes it 1-1 at the 12:35 mark after one period, 1-1. And that incredibly was it for Colorado's offense in this game. And yes, Makar was playing. Wenberg from Schwartz and Alexiak. He scored at 120, and that's your game winner, folks. 120 in the second, and Seattle shuts them out the rest of the night. Geekie early in the third from Wenberg and Schultz makes it 3-1, and it felt there even like the game's over, even with 16 minutes left. That game surprised me. It really did. Like, you know, it's the first round, folks. It's nuts. At this time of the year, you cannot predict anything. I'm telling you. Well, you know, that's why I was saying, if you're a betting man, don't take any of my picks, because there's no way to know in the playoffs, guys. It could be Winnipeg that wins the cup this year. It's crazy. It's just nuts. It really is. You got that kind of parity in the league in the first round that anybody can walk into any rink and win at any time. And it's, you know, the one thing that we'll have to see is if Boston's going to continue their dominance like they did in the regular season. We're going to find out a little more tonight again. But if the Bruins can continue their dominance right throughout the playoffs and win the Stanley Cup, they have to go down in history as right up there as the greatest team in NHL. One of the greatest teams for sure in NHL history, if they win the Cup. If they don't win the Cup, no, they're not in the conversation. But that 77 Habs, I always thought were untouchable, can at least be pushed a bit if the Bruins win the Cup this year. I'll admit that right away. I have to see. But this right now, wow. All road teams won yesterday. So it's the playoffs. Welcome back, folks. Welcome back to the playoffs. That's why I'm saying when Buffalo gets in, eventually when the Sabres get in, I'm not going to I'm not going to worry, guys, about home ice so much, because in the playoffs, it's only, for me, home ice is the most important in Game 7. That's where you want to have home ice. That's when you want it. But again, this is a fun time of the year. Enjoy it, guys. I'm going to see you today. I'm going to be around today, so I'll be making more videos later on. And I'll see you in those. Till then.